So.
Good match. Talk a little bit about how it felt to get back out on the mat after last night.
It felt good. You know, I'm getting notorious for getting out the first takedowns though in my first match. So I just want to start quicker the second match. I'm not sure what we'll have this afternoon, but I'm looking forward to going out there and continue to sharpen my skills. I think each match is a building block for where I want to be ultimately as a wrestler. So I don't really see it as wins and losses. I see it as opportunities to learn, to teach me more technique and get sharper on my skills.
After the team lost yesterday, obviously you did your part with your victory, but what was the mood of the team? And obviously they're coming out real strong today.
Everyone was extremely disappointed. I think that we came in here with the same mindset as Iran, and that was to win. We thought we were capable. We thought we had the best team in the world, but obviously that's why we wrestle these matches. So they went out there, wrestled tough, beat us in positions, and that late matches where we needed to win. And they took really the close opportunities and made them their own. So that was the toughest things for us. But, you know, as a team, we're resilient, we're tough, and we're going to persevere through that loss yesterday and hopefully come in third today.
How do you evaluate the performance of
they're wrestling well, man. They always wrestle hard. Everywhere we go, they wrestle hard. So, you know, when you see an Iranian opposite of you, you know that they're going to give you all they got. And it's just our job to give them all we've got, and hopefully our best is better than their best.
Do you think they will be the winner of the tournament?
I don't know. You know, it's hard for me to tell. I haven't even watched any of the matches from the opposite side of the bracket, so I really don't know how the Japanese team is wrestling or the Russian team, but I'm sure it'll be an interesting matchup in the finals.
You're complimenting Wally yesterday was very good.
Oh yeah, he was extremely upset. Yeah, he's extremely upset. That's the third time we've wrestled. Third or fourth time? Third time we've wrestled, yeah. So, you know, it's tough when you lose the same guy 3 times in a row, especially here in front of such a big crowd, and he's got a lot at stake, a lot on the line as well. But, you know, for me,
was it easy for you?
No, he's tough. He's a tough competitor. Obviously, I've gotten 3 pins outside of that match, and that was my closest match all weekend. So
7-1.
Yeah, 7-1. So he was a tough competitor. I always knew he's going to wrestle tough, but I'm sure he'll be back in the future.
Jordan, the best countries in your sport are here, and you know, the political situation between some of them is not so great. And do you guys think about that much? I mean, right now you've got a very tense situation in Ukraine with Russia. Do you guys think about that much? Do you hear the Ukrainians and Russians talking about it much?
No, not at all. Outside of the language barrier, so if they were talking about it, I wouldn't understand it anyway.
Right.
But secondly, we're not politicians. You know, we're not humanitarians. We're just wrestlers. So within this arena right here, within the forum, this is all we think about is wrestling and being World Cup champions.
Is wrestling? I know you guys sort of banded together to save the sport in the Olympics. Would you say there's greater camaraderie in your sport?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think there's always been camaraderie in the sport, but especially in the last year, trying to get wrestling back into the Olympics, it was huge between us. Everyone wanted to come together. We were working together on each other's conflicting schedules just to make things happen, just to show the world how awesome a sport we were. And now that we're back in the Olympics, we're competitors again, you know, and we want to go out there and win each and every match.
But you do like putting on a show.
But I love to put on a show. You know, that's what people pay their money for. So you really don't see the sacrifices I make in the room on a daily basis. So I'm in the weight room every day, in the wrestling room every day, cutting weight, running sprints. But this is all you get a chance to see. So I spend hours and hours each week just so you can see me wrestle for 6 minutes.
Can you talk a little bit about your decision making during a match? I mean, you take a lot of shots. You're not like a wrestler who sort of picks his spots. And in some of your bigger matches, you've made some really sort of intelligent decisions on when to go for a stalemate and not fully commit to it. What's that like while you're wrestling, saying, this is when I'm going to finish, this is when I'm not, I need to respect the position of the other wrestler?
Well, I think wrestling is just a series, it's a lot like life, you know, a series of small decisions that you make throughout the entire 6 minutes. So whether it's to go for a throw, go for a high-level attack, to go for a takedown, or just to hang out for a while, you know, you see the score, you see that you're up, you kind of relax a little bit. You see that you're down, you know you got to go and make chances and take risks. So it's interesting. You know, it's kind of more like a chess match. So you kind of use your tactical skills throughout the entire match and try not to make too many mistakes where that guy can capitalize. So basically, when you're wrestling high-level opponents, you know that eventually this guy's going to open up, and that's when you got to use your opportunities to score.
Do those decisions change from opponent to opponent, or is it just sort of made on the fly?
I think they change from opponent to opponent. I think when you know what someone's good at, you kind of try to shy away from that. So if I know this guy's really good defensively, I may not take as many shots or as many risks. I don't want to get caught underneath this guy, or I know he's going to be able to defend me really well, and I don't want to wear myself out early. But I think that it's a series of decisions throughout the entire match where you're deciding, hey, do I want to continue to wrestle hard and try to win this match, or am I going to quit and let this guy take the opportunity to win? So I think that's huge. And as you saw last night, we had a lot of tough matches, close matches with the Iranians, specifically at 65 kilos, Brent Metcalf winning really late and when he was down big. And there's always an opportunity each and every match that you can make a decision whether you want to win or not. And I think winning is a decision. So it's something that each and every wrestler has the opportunity to do, and unfortunately, we've been able to do quite a bit of that this week.
There's a lot of new faces in this field today. Are you going into some matches blind, or do the coaches have you look at film of every single opponent?
Yeah, sometimes I'm prepared. Sometimes I'd rather go in blind, to be completely honest with you. So when I train to be as best as I can be. And I don't really specifically gear my style towards beating a specific person. So that makes it easier for me. And I hope that when I go out there that my best wrestling is better than their best wrestling. So as opposed to going out there and scouting someone and seeing what they do well, then that kind of takes away from what I like to do. I don't want to spend so much time trying to defend this guy's attacks as opposed to getting my stuff off. So I like to go out there and attack as much as I can.
Do you watch video of yourself for refinement or not?
I really don't like to. I'm just one of those guys because I'm a perfectionist. So when I see something done where on the mat it may feel good, but then when I watch it on video, I'm like, man, that stunk. I thought that was a good shot when I see it scored, but it didn't look as good when I watched it on video. So I like to watch a lot of old tapes of some of America's greats and some of the world's greats. So that's something that really motivates me.
Jordan, your Iranian opponent yesterday was, it took out a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So this year, it's the second, third time now. I'm wondering if you ever had a conversation with these guys.
No, well, I wish I could. I wish I would have taken Farsi or Russian when I was in college. It would have been awesome because most of the wrestling we do takes place in the Middle East and Eastern Europe. But it's tough. I think we all have a common bond knowing the commitments we made to this sport, and it's really tough. At the end of the day, these guys train just as hard as us. They have families just like us, and they want to win as much as us. So when you go out there and there's another man sitting across from you that wants to do everything you want to do, and this guy just stopped you from achieving your dreams and goals and aspirations, it's tough on your psyche. I think wrestling is one of the most humbling sports to know that no matter what you do and how well you do it, there's always someone out there that can do it better than you.
And I don't want to dwell on the politics too much because this is a sport. But it seems like the Iranians or some of the competitors just want to stay away from the topic of politics altogether. Why do you think that?
I just think that we're wrestlers, so outside of the political arena, that's really not our field. Our job is to come out here and wrestle and put on a show. But obviously, we're just really tough competitors. We're all from great countries, and we all respect our governments and their decisions, and that's why they're in office. So we do our best to put the right people in office, and we hope that they make the right decisions.
Okay, guys. Thank you.